So let me give you the backstory on our QVC Too Big Deal. Oh, I'm good. Thank you, guys. The QVC Too Big Deal, it gets introduced, I believe, midday. I think that's typically it. 14,000 orders for the big deal I'm going to show you now have already been placed. And I have just done a quick change. I was wearing a certain kind of Western-inspired boot a moment ago, but if you were with me earlier shopping, I talked about the fact that my feet were cold last night, which made me realize, like, it's got to be super cold outside. I had no idea. I hadn't checked the temperature. So then I asked Alexa, and it was below freezing. And I was indoors. Imagine going outdoors, and imagine going outdoors when maybe it's not just cold, but it's wet. That's when you'll be very, very happy that you've got the boots that we're going to talk about with the final presentation of the QVC Too Big Deal. These are Sperry Quilted Wool Saltwater Duck Boots. And this is an iconic look that many of you will recognize instantly. We've got a big deal price on these duck boots of $54.98. We are down to our final two colors, and I will tell you, we are limited now in our sizes. A lot of people wanted to shop for these boots at this price, and not only are you getting the big deal price, 4 easy payments means $13.75 billed to your credit card, and the shipping and handling for your boots is free. So we have fewer than 2,000 pairs left. Here's the gray. And the shaft is done with a wool blend. We'll talk about that in just a moment. And then here is the black pair. Very, very popular. We're down to our final 200 left in black. Now, in the medium widths, we have sizes 5 through 12. In the wide widths, we have sizes 6 through basically 8.5. That's where we are in what's left. So under $55, Sperry duck boots. The style is called Saltwater. If you want them, you should be shopping this morning, because this is the final presentation of this boot as our QVC Too Big Deal. So with that said, let me introduce you to the brand ambassador who's joining us. She is part of the Sperry team, and she is here with us by Skype to tell you a little more about our big deal. Stephanie Wood is joining me. Hi, Stephanie. How are you?
Hi, Leah. Good morning. Happy Friday. How are you?
Happy Friday to you, too. I'm great. There are a lot of happy people, I think, getting these saltwater duck boots. And we're down to our final two colors and limited sizes. But I'd love for you to tell everybody a little bit about Sperry, because when I say that the look of this boot is iconic and many people are familiar with the brand, but there are a lot of people who may not be.
Absolutely. So the brand, we're celebrating our 86th anniversary. We were just finishing our 85th anniversary. We did a big celebration in 2020, simply because there's not a lot of footwear brands that have been around for that long. We have been around since 1935. The brand was started by a gentleman named Paul Sperry, and he was both an entrepreneur as well as an avid sailor. And I love the story of the first boat shoe really came from the inspiration of his dog named Prince, who didn't slide on the deck of the boat or on ice the way that he was. And it inspired him to create the outsole on the very first authentic original boat shoe, which we then carry. You're seeing it right here on the iconic saltwater duck boot. And what that is, it's a signature, it's a wave siping. And so on this rubber outsole, this wave siping, which was modeled after that dog's paw back in 1935, gives you fantastic traction on any surface that you're going to be on, as well as obviously that amazing flexibility. So that launched the brand in 1935. We have gone on to really become a global lifestyle brand, bringing boat shoes and sneakers, and today to be able to bring you this final presentation on the big deal on our saltwater duck boot.
So I'd love to, because starting really with what sort of made those original duck boots so extremely popular, and I like that you describe it as really being sure-footed on any kind of surface, wet or dry, and that siping that really was mimicked after the dog's paw, such an important part of the story. The construction of this boot from top to bottom, though, is just another reason that people are excited to be able to get it especially at this price. So can we kind of take a tour of the boot, including the fact that it does have a zip entry? So while you do have the classic rawhide laces, the entry to the boot is a zip, which makes it very convenient.
I'd love to. I think what makes this boot so iconic for our brand is both the fashion and the function. So you're not compromising any of the fashion element to get all this functionality, but there are a lot of features and benefits outside of just looking great. So the wave siping is fantastic on the outsole. Having this rubber shell, so that when we reference it as a duck boot, that's really talking about the duck toe. So that's very signature to Sperry, and it's rubber. So you're getting great waterproof abilities as whatever you're walking in, as well as if you just want to kind of wash it off or clean it off. And that goes all the way up to the ankle where it's seam sealed. That way water's not getting in. And then we do these really fun different upper patterns each season. I think this is a great menswear inspired that we were able to bring you this year. You have the gray option as well as the black all the way down. And it's really a very soft wool. I tell people, don't be afraid of wearing a wool shell because it's really soft and it has that amazing microfleece liner. So once you go inside, you mentioned that really great zipper, that micro fleece, I have mine on barefoot this morning. You can wear it with a sock or barefoot, but it goes all the way down. So you are so comfortable and dry in this boot all day, which is an added comfort feature all the way down to the footbed, where we do have an EVA molded footbed. It's removable. So if you do by chance have an orthotic that you'd want to pop in, but EVA is just lightweight, flexible. It's what you're used to in your running shoe. So you get that comfort from entry with the fleece all the way down to the footbed and the flexibility of the rubber outsole.
It is, I'll tell you, your feet feel comfortable. You know your feet are going to be dry. This is a boot that's, as you said, you know, we think about lifestyle. Anymore now, everything's got to be a multitasker, because these could be the boots I'm wearing on the weekend. These could be the boots I'm wearing to commute. These could be the boots I'm wearing to work. These can, you know, these are the boots I'm wearing when I'm getting out and walking the dog, or you're taking your kids, or whatever you're doing, especially this time of year. And it's January. There's still a lot of rain and wet and cold to come. It's boot season, and to be able to get your boots at the height of boot season at this kind of price, that's the reason we're down to our final 2,000 pairs. So I'll remind everybody where we are and what we have. This is the final presentation of the QVC 2 Big Deal. We've got 2 colors remaining in the Sperry Quilted Wool Saltwater Duck Boot. We have the gray. And I like the quilting too, Stephanie, the quilting with the gray wool blend upper, and how it just coordinates nicely to the rubber portion of the boot as well. And then we have it in black. And our sizes are medium 5 through 12 and wide 6 through 8.5.
And I like having 2 different options. So if you like the black, all the way black to the floor, you have black laces, but then you have the gray option as well, which has the natural bulldog color. Both have the barrel tie lacing, which is signature to Sperry. You have your license plate called out 1935 on the back. So 2 really great color choices. And the width option is not something that we normally do at Sperry. So great to be able to bring it to QVC this season.
A lot of people shopping. Stephanie, it was great to see you. Thank you so much for being in the show.
Good to see you as well, Leah. Have a good day.
You too. Bye now. All right, everybody. While we're shopping and saving and